Okay, Sister Sumeta. The Buddha said in the conversation with King what? Women are equally intelligent as men or even better.
Number 2, Asinadi, King Asinadi from Kusala.
Everybody, next one. Sister Sumeta again. The Buddha contemplate on the doctrine of Patana during the second,
Fourth
fourth,
week.
or sixth week or whatever.
4th week after enlightenment.
Everybody agree, huh?
Yes.
Sister Teo. Whenever Rahula was distinguished among the disciple of Buddha as
Discipline.
anybody disagree? Okay, next one, Sister Teo. Vinaya Taka consists of 1, 2, and 3.
Number 1. Number 1.
Okay, everybody agree? Okay, next one. I mean, if you stop the way, you will die. If you go home, your wife will die. This will appear in the Wichita story. Brother Go.
I don't know. I don't
think-
read the Jataka.
I think
I
it's
think it's number 2.
satu bata. It's not satu bata.
Yes, it's 2. Anybody disagree? You go to Google, search the Sutta, search the Jakarta. You're not sure? Do a Google search, you will find it. Okay, Brother Go, next one. The 2 chief female disciples of Buddha were one or three.
One, Bhikkhuni Kema and Upalawana.
Anybody disagree? Yeah.
Agree.
Next one. Equanimity is 1, 2, or 3. Sister.
1.
Okay. Anybody disagree? Okay. Sister Sudha. The Buddha performed twin miracle at Kapilasu in order to 1, 2, or 3.
Number 2, subjected pride of the Sakyans.
Okay. Next one. Sister Pekling.
Mhm.
Decision to send missionary to 9 different regions were taken at first, second, third council.
Third.
Third, right? Everybody, no problem.
Agree.
Okay. Of all the things that proceed from a cause of this, the cause of Tathagata was told to who? This was a line from a stanza uttered by Brother Ko.
Venerable Asaji to bring Upatissa.
Okay. So this one, you have no problem. Okay, Sister Sumeta. Write the end of joy uttered by the Buddha immediately after enlightenment, English or Pali.
It is quite long, but the most important thing is through first birth in the cycle of existence, I run in vain, seeking the builder of this house again and again. I face the discomfort of birth. O house builder, now you are seen, you shall not build a house again for me. All your beams are broken. The rich pole is shattered. The minds become free from conditioning. The end of trading has been reached. Impermanence are all composed of things. When one perceives this with insight, then one turns away from suffering. This is the path of good spirit. May the holy entitles of all the may the holy entities of all the universe rejoice in this wholesome meditation, which is productive of all happiness. May all unitedly devoted to the teaching, but be without negligence, especially by giving protection. We share all equally the merit of this meditation and wholesome deeds. May they all accept with joy our sharing, and may the earth that which do it may all be happy. This is what I found from the internet. It is also stated in Dhammapada, verse 153 and 154.
But now this one not refer to I'm the most superior, I'm
Okay,
the most
this
supreme,
one
that one.
sometimes you cannot expect simple one depend on how the examiner said so if come up from this no choice so
So want to write the one Sister Sumita say the no more
no,
rough,
I write to the
something like
YMBA
that.
the notes according to what in the text this is what is written to the end round of and rebirth seeking in vain I hasten to find who framed this edifice and what misery of insensately. So, O builder, I have discovered this fabric thought shall not rebuild and ruffle all our broken down. So, quick English. So, if you can find a better English one, then you can use it. And the pointed roof lies demolished. The mind has demolition reached and seen the last of all desire. So, this is written in English as in your YMBA text. Okay? Actually, they should not set this type of quoting out all the exact words by word one. So it's a tough question. If they set to play you out, and what is you can find whether got another of translation that is in modern English. All right. This is taken from
Okay.
YMBA text. So if you really cannot, then skip this question. This is what they want.
Still also many questions cannot answer.
Question. So on a day must be calm. So make your choice wisely. Okay, next one. Sister Teo. Outline briefly the noble truth of suffering according to the Chakkavatana Sutta. So I'm very straightforward.
Then I'll put in the different types of dukkha. I first mentioned dukkha is the first noble truth. Then there are 8 different kinds of dukkha, and then the reason for dukkha is because of cravings. Then I say there will be the cause of dukkha, and there will be a path to, there's a way to end the dukkha.
Okay. Try to make it because
Long
the essay question. You must make it more explanation. More elaboration. So you have Four Noble Truths is a foundation tenet or called doctrine of Buddhism, which spark awareness of suffering as a nature of existence, its cause, how to live without it, and the truth and the realization which lead to enlightenment of the Buddha. So we must say the Four Noble Truths are life is suffering, cause of suffering, right?
Yes.
and the end of suffering come from the end of craving, right? And then there's a path which leads one away from the craving and suffering, right? So you basically must list out the Four Noble Truths. All right. This Dhamma Chakravarta Na Sutta, this is essential. So you must list out these four correctly. Okay. Then how to end suffering, and put a noble eightfold path in. So the eightfold path serves as both a guide and a road to non-attachment and the road itself. So the precept both inform us how to proceed and provide the way to the spiritual discipline. So you need to list out the eight precepts, eight of them. What are them? Right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. So by practicing the Four Noble Truths, following eightfold path, you can find the release from craving, attachment to the world, to the things of the world, and liberate himself from the endless cycle of suffering experienced through rebirth. Okay, so you must list Four Noble Truths and the eightfold path to end suffering. Even though the question straightforward is to list the Four Noble Truths, you also must include the eightfold path. You cannot remember all what my teacher used to recommend me. You can remember 4 or 5, then you dot. To make sure you know something about old path. You got no time to write the
No,
rest.
get marks.
Better than leave it blank lah. Okay.
It's the same as you leave it blank, dot.
You know lah, you have to write at least a few of them lah. Then dot. I got no time to write the rest. What my taught me.
So that is a good excuse, because
At least examiner know that you know something. Probably last time you cannot write so much.
you don't have the time, you see, so you have to skip.
At least you got some substance.
Give you benefit of doubt.
Correct.
So all the
examiner
question
won't
I will
fail you,
dot.
All right.
In Brother
So-
Lau,
Yeah.
if you look at the title of question, it is about the second noble truth, noble truth of suffering. Okay? It's not noble truth, because that answers will satisfy noble
Also
truth.
can be
But if you are talking about noble truth of suffering, that is second noble truth. That is,
that's why I ask you question. Very subjective one. They never give you a clear what the question wants, what the answer they want.
so because in the Dhamma Cakkappavattana, the second noble truth is about karma bhava.
Yeah, if you take the noble truth second one, then you explain second one. But if they say that they want the whole thing, what should you do? That's you
So,
give you
I
only
mean-
a quarter of the question.
No, that's why if I read it, of course I will still put the Four Noble Truths as something like introduction, as so that at least in case in case I misunderstand the question, at least I still got some marks there. You see. But then when I look at it, it's actually very specific. Noble Truth of suffering. That means dukkha samudaya. Okay? So it's talking about karma bhava, rupa bhava, and arupa bhava. Or the other way is karma bhava.
Because that's the way you interpret it.
Yeah, that's how I read the title of the question.
Then you have to write a lot on the cause of suffering.
Yeah, that's why I think much to write, because in Dhamma Cakkappavattana,
Then
a lot of it is on the
because
Noble Path.
you understand, this Sri Lanka, the way they face English over the years, the English is sort of 6:30. Sometimes even in our Pali college, the exam, if they set the question or they alter the question, they set already, even the principal that read the question, they also have what are they asking for. This is the problem with Sri Lanka English.
They have dropped a lot. It's just like the Burma also, they use the Burmese, then they translate. So they use the Sinhalese, then translate to English.
So don't know what it is. Like you interpret as a second truth. And whether they accept you or not is another question mark.
Okay.
You know, this thing happen, I can't promise you the way you interpret is right or wrong. It's Sri Lanka way of interpreting English. If you want second noble truth, you should write on the second noble truth of suffering. Then you put all a noble truth of suffering. So, right, and elaborate on the what's on the second cause of suffering. Then be very straightforward, right?
Because here some more quickly, you know, that means if you don't need to elaborate very much, you see. So
But Brother Koreko,
yeah,
if for me, I will definitely do the Four Noble Truth, but briefly on each and every truth.
safe side. Oh, I find that a lot of patients, I always ended up very narrow. Oh no. Okay lah, better on the safe side lah.
That's why I do. This is Sri Lanka style. I cannot say I wrong or right.
Because when last year I did also, I do a lot on the point system, is it? Because not enough time, so I just do a lot of point system. So I just write whatever that comes to my mind.
You go to the 5th year, it's all essay one. That one really want you the introduction, the content, and the conclusion.
Yeah,
You
provided
come
you
to
have
the
the
5th
time,
year.
if you don't have enough time, how to write?
They want something like university level.
This one is only certificate, right? Year 5
I
is
don't know lah, because I coming to the 4th year, the subject all pretty tough one, not so straightforward. Year 1 to year 3.
because after this 5 year, you still have to go for diploma, so
You
that means
got one
it's
more advanced diploma. I never take. You want, you can
oh,
carry on. But
that one
nobody
is advanced
can help
diploma.
you.
So
You
this is
study your
considered
own.
diploma lah.
Advanced
Oh, okay.
6 year.
Okay.
Okay. So it's up to you interpret lah. Then if they accept you, you
Then
are
further now you do 5 years of this, then after that you go to what? Master.
5 year. No lah, I never continue. It's only after I finish after a couple of years, then they started one diploma. Not long
Oh.
They only started couple of years back only.
The
So the
advanced
advanced
diploma is
diploma take how
that
long?
one-
Another year.
oh,
Oh, another year. Okay.
the advanced diploma is actually about patana, is it?
Both. Abhidhamma is the encompass of everything. You must know. That one, the Abhidhamma can fight with the Burmese one. It's no more so straightforward. I did saw one paper. It's pretty tough. It's no more easy. It's more of understanding and analytical. Brother Go will be interested. Don't worry so much. Clear this first. Then talk so long for what? Future unknown. All right.
Do what you think you are comfortable with lah. Let it be.
That's curious. I mean, we study so hard, but not diploma also.
It's encompass of everything. There are no additional thing which I find
Like their syllabus very, very wide, but study 5 years, not even a diploma. So kesian.
Yes. I think Sister Chai Hun, what we are doing now is diploma, I think.
You are damn lucky, no? You university,
We are taking diploma, meh?
Yeah.
You are going towards diploma. In university,
Oh,
you all the 5 years, they study within 1 year, no? You can tahan or not?
that one I surrender.
Surrender.
1
Okay,
year
good
also
question.
cannot finish. I to study.
And
5
you
years.
must show it to your kid. Mother can, son and daughter also can. Don't say cannot. That's one I show it to my kids. All kids their mouth shut. Old men still staying through. Still can pass. So your son and daughter must show them. Father, mother can. You also can. Don't give up. Right. It's a good example of Buddhist showing to your kids. Don't say talk, you never forcing me the son and daughter to study so hard you yourself cannot you malu or not. Right.
No lah, it's just an encouragement. You show by example.
This is because some of I don't know about your Malaysian kid Singapore kid they rebut you back you can or not, you cannot tell her to do this, do that
It's also good for your own cultivation lah.
Actually, it's so good for you lah. You show example to a kid. You can working, study, and also taking care of the family. You can the kid also can You don't aim for A lah. The A is your kind of what mentality. You want to be excel. That one different thing. I mean, you can get a pass. You'll be happy. Anything is bonus.
Actually, before exam, we actually got the bonus already.
Good result. That means bonus.
That one is extra bonus. Pass is extra bonus already.
Carry on. Sister Sumeta, narrate the 3 events that took place during the Buddha first visit to the city of Kapilavastu. 3 events, 3 things that happened there.
Okay, so when the Buddha arrived at the city of Kapilavastu, Suddhodana made elaborate arrangement to welcome his sons. And near the Nikroda Park, he built a massive temple known as the Nikrodharama. And the Sakyans were quite proud and they are not prepared to honor and worship the Buddha and bhikkhus. So the Buddha wanted to defeat them, to subdue their pride by performing the twin miracle, the Yama Mahavilahara, a stream of fire from one part of the body and another stream of water from the other part of the body. Seeing twin miracles, King Suddhodana worshipped Buddha for the 3rd time. Since the 3rd event is no one had ever invited Buddha for alms at the Lord Palace, so the Buddha went begging for alms, and the king, his father, King Suddhodana, was very upset and accused him for humiliating him. But Buddha replies that the Buddha clans has the customary of going begging for their alms. And then later on, the Buddha paid a courtesy call on Yasodhara in her chamber with her father-in-law, King Suddhodana, and then delivered a sermon based on Santara Jataka. So the first event is the king built a temple for the Buddha. Second event, we says that the Buddha performed a twin miracle. He went arms round and then he delivered a sermon.
Yeah, good enough. So first one, here taken all from YMBA text. When Buddha visited King Suddhodana and the other Sakyan relative, they went to receive Buddha and his Sangha. Only the younger relative paid respect to Buddha. The older relative felt too proud to pay reverence to Buddha. So Buddha had to perform the twin miracle, so to subdue their pride. So after that, the twin miracle, then they pay reverence to our Buddha. Second one, remember, our King Suddhodana expect Buddha to come for the next day meal at his palace. And then there's no invitation. The Sangha cannot just simply go in and take the meal. So in the morning, the Sangha, Buddha and the Buddha and the Sangha all go for Amsang at the city. So Yasoda saw that and then reported this to the king. The king was feel insulted because he said he is royalty, got so much to offer. Why go and collect all this alms? So he approached the Buddha and the Sangha. And after that, Buddha said, this is the style of the Sangha, the way they perform. Until invitation is done, then they can invite him to the palace. And that's an event. Then remember Yasoda, when they visited the palace, Yasoda also never came out to visit the Buddha because she felt she has been lowered down by the Buddha because Buddha never respect her. He lived out mission. So she has a pride there. Then she, on top of that, she take care of the family, the kids, all that. And then during that period, she also behaved herself well, even though there are many her to get remarried again. So in a way, Buddha felt sort of a sign for him to visit the ex-wife. So he no choice. He together with Sangha plus the king visited the Yasoda room. And then Yasoda pay respect to him. And then the king after that say about the story of how Yasoda behaved so well that she is a kind of high respected women. So after that, with this understanding, this Yasoda also requests that she join the Sangha, but Buddha rejected it. So this typically, these three events, you can write down more than that. So just these three events sufficient for the whole question. Okay, next one, Satyo. What mentioned asking you what the four supply state and explain one of them. Dhamma Vihara. This is also a recycle.
Metta Karuna, Metta Karun space, Mudita, then Upeka. Then I will write on Metta the 11 benefits of Metta, and Metta is boundless. And
You explain on it.
then just like the mother's love to the only son, something like that.
Okay. Good try, but must elaborate more on that. So you talk about what is the four boards. So they are loving kindness, compassion, sympathy, joy, and equanimity. So explain, these are four of them. You pick out one of them and explain it. Okay? Explain as much as you can. Okay? So you can pick one of them and then I give you all the four. You can choose one, elaborate on it. I think it's a regular question. Please learn it. I think may come out again. Okay, so prepare for all these expectation. Okay, Father go prepare now. Describe one of the 10 imperfection.
Sorry, the question format will be like previous time. That means there will be 10 questions of multiple questions. Then
yeah, but can't be lah. But essay question now quite regular on this one.
That means they won't suddenly change everything to long questions, right? I mean they won't suddenly this year change everything to long questions, right? Oh, okay lah. Because we also don't know. Okay, no problem.
Okay, brother go. Describe one of the 10 perfection and narrate a Jakarta story to illustrate it.
Oh, this one also I always skip one because Jakarta story I did not read.
Read,
So, but then
okay, okay.
perfection,
So I give you one.
Dana will be easier.
Generosity. So you talk about generosity. What is the purpose of generosity? Is to make you selfless. Then Jakarta story 3 weeks. He taught Buddha in his former life as a head. King Saka disguised as a Brahmin and test Bodhisattva whether he is sort of a true kind of Bodhisattva. So request for some food. So our Buddha practicing Bodhisattva. So he himself sacrifice to the Saka fire so that he can make a food for the king. I mean for this Saka. So King Saka, so they start the fire and burn this the what rabbit but this rabbit can jump in the fire already it's not affected by the flame so King Saka through his psychic power had predict that this Buddha Satta in time will become one of the Buddha. So this is one is perfection on this so-called generosity because in terms of need even our Buddha sacrificed himself for somebody to have a meal. Okay, so this is one of the story. I don't know whether the but Paramina also one of the regular question. Please go and learn. But Jakarta story, there will be a problem for you. I don't know what kind of Jakarta story they want. But the term perfection, hopefully they don't ask you for the story. So perfection, please go and learn all the 10 of them. Oh,
At least this question, if you talk about Parami, at least this one is so much simpler because they only say you can pick one only, so not so bad.
They sometimes ask a few pen for this, only one.
I think last year they asked a story, asked you to write a Jataka story last year.
Wow. So you must know Jakarta story. Roughly know the gist of it will do. No need to know the whole thing. All right, the two sisters. Bo pian have to learn bo pian. Have to learn temperament. It's one of the topic regularly on the current. Okay. Okay, Sister Sumeta. What is Vinaya? What is the subject matter of Vinaya Pitaka?
The Vinaya Pitaka is the first division of the Tipitaka, which is the framework upon which the monastic community, the Sangha, is built. So the subject is actually not only rules governing the life of all the monks and bhikkhunis, but also host of procedures and convention of etiquette that supports a harmonious relationship both among the monastic themselves and between the monastic and the lay supporters upon whom they depend for all their material needs. So this Vinaya will be consisting of the 227 rules for the bhikkhus, 311 rules for the bhikkhunis, and they have this the Vibhanga session. They will have the commentary on these rules, giving the detailed explanation of them along with the origin stories for each rule. And then one of the components is the Khandaka section, will give numerous supplementary rules grouped by subject and also consists of regime stories.
Okay, good try. So Vinaya Pitaka is the first division of Tipitaka. Is textual framework upon which monastic community, that means the monks, it includes not only the rules governing the life of every monks and bhikkhuni, but also a host of procedure and convention integrate the harmonious relation all among the monastic and themselves, between the monastic and the lay people, and upon they depend all their material needs. So it's not just the monks, it's also the relationship between the monks and also the lay people that support them, because all the monks need all this material need from the people. So when Buddha first established the Sangha, the community initially lived in harmony without any codified rules of conduct. I remember first 20 years, all the monks are Aryan on state status. Discipline are all well automatic discipline. So no need rules, automatic discipline one. So as the Sangha expand, then become more complex society, and then occasion inevitable rules when a number would act an unskillful way. That means the Dick and Harry from all sorts of life start joining the Sangha, because Sangha is a well supported community. Everybody, those of evil intention are joined for another to have an easy life. So whenever one of us is brought to the Buddha attention, he will lay down a rule establishing a suitable punishment for offenses as determined to the future misconduct. I mean, first time you commit, Buddha said you committed this offense. So you are given a warning, no more second time. So as a result, this Buddha will make it a law that future after this monk committed, no more future. If future, then punishment will be laid down for you to punish. So you need to talk about the 7 categories of this Vinaya: Jika, Sangha Desa, Tulacaya, Patitiya, Pati Desanaya, Dukata, Dubahasita. If you have problem remembering this Pali, you can use the English one. Find the YMBA text also. So the first 2 category offense are classified as grave offenses. I mean, the Parajika and Sangha Desa, you commit any one of these, you are expelled out from the Sangha. Okay, very serious. So the remaining 5 consists of light offenses and are redeemable. Redeemable means you confess and then you have a set of minor kind of so-called remedial action for you to future not to commit again. So the first 2 is very serious. So the first 20-year Buddha ministry, there were no Vinaya rules because all the monks are highly disciplined. Okay, so no need rules. It's only after the 21st year. Okay, that's all I need to know. Any question? They say ask you what is the subject matter of Vinaya Pitaka? Okay. You roughly give the 7 category and explain how the Vinaya rule started. That will be sufficient good for the examiner. So problem, remember Pali, just write in English. Don't worry so much. Okay, Sister Theo. What were the decision of Third Buddhist Council? What's the result of the Third Buddhist Council? Very important. All these council must remember by heart.
This
What
one is
are the decisions?
missionary sent to the nine places, right? Then the writing down of the Buddhist council. The Kata Watu, right?
Yeah.
The Kata Watu, then the sending mission to the nine places. Then the then the Mahinda go to Sri Lanka and
Mahinda. No, Mahinda. It's later, no?
Huh? It's later.
Third.
Then
I think one of them. Okay, correct. One of them. Asoka, yeah, correct.
then what else? Then a notion of the 60,000 wrong ascetics. Okay, cannot say so much right now.
Okay. Okay. What a decision made in the third council? King Asoka expelled 60 K of monks out from the whole heretical views. So they are expelled from Sangha. And then, very important, third council. Why? Because of the Tipitaka. So in this proper Tipitaka, the three Tipitaka is form. First and second, Abhidhamma is not really, how you say, authenticated. So this third council, Abhidhamma is a third one in code. That's why called Tipitaka. Okay, Abhidhamma Pitaka. So this was formally put in. So it's considered as a authenticated copy. So important to standardize and canonical text, ensuring the preservation and dissemination. I mean, no, all these are the words of Buddha. No more addition or deletion. So this is how they make the Pitaka authenticated. And then at this third Buddhist council, because of heretical views, especially those Brahmin priests who join the Sangha, they bring their so-called other views, we talk about soul, which make the Mongali Buddha Tissa, to compile this book called Katavatu, to refuse all the heretical views, held by the sects within the Buddhist monastic. So this 20 chapter book was included into the 7 books of Abhidhamma Pitaka. Okay. So very important, I must mention this. And then this the Buddhist Council's important thing is to address various erroneous views because all Tom, Dick, and Harry all join and practices that within the monastic community that include the suppression of certain non-Buddhist thought practices that had infiltrated the Sangha. So all those past which Buddha practices all have been become polluted with new kind of ideas. And then the most significant important is the spread of Buddhism. King Asoka sent so-called spread the Buddhism throughout the Indian continent and beyond. Okay, so there are 9 of them. So this Mahindra is one of them that spread to Sri Lanka. Okay. Okay, so Meta. Next one. Write the meaning of following stanza in Dhammapada. I hope you go through.
Okay, this is Dhammapada verse 204. Pasinadi Kusala Watu. Aro dia Parama Laba Santuti Paramang Wis Parama Nati Nipanang Paramang Sukam. The translation is good is the greatest gain, contentment is the greatest wealth. Having a trustworthy relationship is the best relative. Nibbana is the highest bliss.
Okay. Right. So, as I previously told you, Dhammapada, if you want to master, you need to know what is the important words. as earlier I spoke in the during the course, I asked you to learn all the important words. So like Dhamma, then this Nibbana, Paraman, Sukham, all these are one of them. I can't remember which one. The hell is down here. So hell is the highest gain, contentment is the highest wealth. Okay, and then trusted people, the best relative, Nirvana is the highest happiness. Right? If you want to master Dhamma, you have to daily visit the verse and then compare the Pali with the English. So in order for you to write the whole sentence out, okay? These foreign keywords sufficient, and then you should able to master it. Okay, this is another kind of, because you're going to learn the 5th year, so you're able to master it. It's a very straightforward question. No need to remember so hard. So remember all these keywords. Then you can translate. Then you give a story of sufficient. So example, the story is that King Pasarandi, very close to Buddha, always visited Buddha. But the problem that he ate so much that every time when he come and listen to the Buddha, he cannot listen properly and was dozing off most of the time. So Buddha, after seeing him of this manner of overeating, then advise him on the moderation of food taking. So in order not to get into this uncomfort state. So personally listen to Buddha word and then follow his instruction and start losing sight. And now become fitter and became much better to heal the Dhamma. And the told this verse saying that hell is the more greatest gain and should do everything to attain it. Okay. So para is also one of the things if you are able to master just direct translation with a simple story, you're able to and get the full mark. Okay. Up to your choice. I never force you, so it's your choice. Okay, Sister Sumeta, describe one of the Buddha visit to Sri Lanka.
Buddha had 3 visits to Sri Lanka. The first one to Mahiyangana, second to Nagadva, the third one to Kelania. So the first visit here is the night after the Buddhahood on Durutu or January full moon day, which is about the first Buddhist era or 528 before Christ. That was to Mahiyangana, where the Yaksa clan of the entire island was seen in the Mahana garden. On this visit, the Buddha not only won the Yakas to Buddhism, but also succeeded in getting the Naga clan king Manyatika of the Kelania, who came to Mahayagana to meet the Buddha to embrace Buddhism. It is after this visit that a stupa, some hair of the Buddha was aligned, came to be put up in the instance of Deva clan prince named Mahasumana of Sumana Kuta mountain area. This stupa, after the Parinibbana of the Buddha, was transformed to be the Mahiyangana Chetya after Dera Saragi brought the cornerstone of the Tathagata from the inner fire and enshrined it. I booked the first visit.
Yeah,
Yes,
can
brother.
just give one of the Buddha visit to Sri Lanka. So I took the first one. So in the night after Buddha put on the so-called full moon day, and so Buddha through psychic power, he saw that he need help to settle the dispute in this so-called Sri Lanka. So by the psychic power, he came by air and spread the mat at the place and present as this Mahiganga Stupa, where is it currently erected. So Mahagana is where the Yasa of entire island was meeting in the Mahagana garden. While being seated there, he settled a dispute between two Yaka tribes who were camping in the Mahananga jungle at the bank of river Mahaveli. So they waged a war against each other. Through his psychic power, he drove away both parties and delivered a sermon to God Sumana, and then a million other terrestrial deities who assembled there. And this God Sumana attained first sainthood and made a request for a token of worship of the Buddha. So Buddha touched his head and gave God Sumana a lock of hair and returned to Uruveda the same day. So this is one of the first visit. Okay, difficult, but no choice. The Sri Lanka visit, on and off, they'll post out this question. Okay, both sister, if you want to attempt, need to know the 3 visit to Sri Lanka. Right, briefly write about how Buddha settled the dispute there. Then you'll be safe. All right. So with this, we end this junior part
Brother
2.
Brother Lau, actually, in reality, do you think that actually Buddha really
Okay,
traveled to
that's a
Sri
very
Lanka?
good question. But we following the Sri Lanka syllabus, and Mahavamsa.
Yeah.
Most of these are taken from Mahavamsa. And then these
Our
are
side is what?
the Sri Lanka scholars.
Oh, okay.
So all these are put into YMBA syllabus. So you like or don't like, these are part of the Sri Lanka tradition which they learn Buddhism. So no choice. We have to learn. Even our university, we still have to learn all this also.
But not really possible, right?
No,
Unless
it's it to believe or not to
unless
believe.
Very
Buddha
easy for Sri
perform
Lanka
psychic
people.
power lah.
But you
It's like
think
a legend.
Yeah, like a legend like that.
in Myanmar, Buddha did fly there, no? According to the Burmese, Buddha too landed down there. Also, give the Dhamma and also provide all these kind of things. They're supposed to be said in Myanmar. So how true is it? Up to you to to believe.
So we still got doubt. We still got doubt.
Perhaps, just take it as myth. Mythological.
History was written by
All
humankind.
the myths.
So Sada is gone, you see, the faith is gone.
This is all the cultural belief, okay? You know, all the God in Sri Lanka, which they pray to, all become bodhisattva of Buddhism. You know that, including Thailand and Cambodia, all that.
All become bodhisattva.
Become bodhisattva, converted to Buddhism, and they are protector of Buddhism. When you look at go chance Sri Lanka, you go and see all those either they put reveler all belong to all these so-called previously they pay respect to all these god, all become bodhisattva. I don't know about Malaysia, but in Sri Lanka, in Burma, in Myanmar, all like that. Because Buddhism,
so it's bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is actually
bodhisattva.
Mm.
They are converted to bodhisattva. You get what I mean? You believe or not, it's a tradition by those Siam people, Thailand or Burmese or this so-called Sika. You can find it if you visit. Whenever visit overseas country, please go and look carefully at all those gods which they are praying.
Okay,
They are called, Chinese called Mensen.
Bodhisattva is still not enlightened, you know.
If you talk about Mahayana, they say
Because
they will
Buddha,
save the
Buddha
life of ghosts in this
Ah.
earth before they get enlightened. You know what I mean?
Ah.
If you talk to a Mahayana, please don't go and argue. Let them be. Okay? Mahayana always believe Bodhisattva one. You will learn this in your 5th year about Mahayana and Theravada. Very interesting topic. But it's also an ambiguous topic. Because like Vajrayana, they said that this Theravada is what the smallest Xiao Chen. Xiao Chen Mandarin, they say called the smallest, cannot teach you more. The rest are big vehicle, they can teach you a lot of things. So you don't get conflict with them. This what we Buddhists, even they are ignorant or whatever, we don't care. We practice what we practice. Okay? If you really want enlighten, please go and sit more meditation and try to purify yourself. The more you look at things, not necessarily you sit meditation, you should get enlightened. What you study here also can be practiced. Like Sigala Sutta, do you use that to practice on yourself? No? Many things which you all never really can look through. All this study all practical to your daily life one. Similar as meditation. Don't mean you sit meditation, you must fix down there how many hours sitting without any disturbance. Right? All these you can use it practice everyday life. So there's no right and no wrong. Okay? So people will say, this is one and only true. You better don't believe. That's why after so many years teaching, practicing and all that, I start feeling don't need to know so much knowledge. If more so much, it become very confusing. Right? Last time I used to go visit every temple, no? Meditation. Which one good? I will be the first one to be there. Every weekend, I will be running temple to temple shopping. So all this knowledge for you to grab, and then you use the right thing to apply to yourself. All these are useful for you. Then you will find yourself better and better person every year, every moment. You don't get angry so often. You're more at peace with yourself. And focus on what you need. Don't like me, temple hopping everywhere. I also want to learn. Finally, I ended up learning for the basic again. I don't know. This is my experience. Whether you believe or not, it's yourself to go through this process. Okay, with this we end here. So next session, 203, senior part 1, Dhamma and Abhidhamma. Please do all these questions. All right, another 2 more weeks, I see you people again. Please go and do.
Okay.
Right.
Brother Lau, if you can let us know what year you'll be following up, then at least let us know. Then we
Yeah,
can
2023. Next
2023.
I given to
Junior,
you. That one
Junior
haven't
2,
try out
right?
yet.
Junior 2,
2023.
Yeah, Junior 2 lah.
Dhamma and Abhidhamma. That one
Junior.
also very strong. You go and try out yourself.
Senior, right? Senior paper, right?
Yeah.
But the paper is given already.
Given
Yes.
you
Gmail. Go to your Gmail.
Okay.
Even you log into the classroom, you find that in the drive, Google Drive for the past year exam papers. It is there.
I already include one more paper the Dhamma one. I select one of the year. Then for the junior part 2 also almost 3 hours solid, you know. It's more tougher than teaching 3 hour course. Any
Okay,
problem?
thank-
I will send you all this. You go and make any correction if you feel that there is the need to correct it. Okay. This is to elevate you, not to suffer. So learning is happy. My teacher last time never swim at your own time, own timing. Okay, any problem?
Yeah, talking about the psychic power. A few days ago, I listened to a sharing. They are talking about the Venerable Mahinda and his team. I went to Sri Lanka after the Third Buddhist Council. So right, so five teras, one samanera, and then one lay people. You know how they go there? Not by boat, you know. They fly there also. But then the samanera and the lay people, how they fly? They don't have psychic power. But the five tera can fly. So what they say is, these two persons onto their leg and they fly together. So even if you cannot believe Buddha, then how to believe the arrival of Venerable Mahinda after the Third Buddhist Council? So there are a
According
lot
to
of
my
these kind of
teacher,
stories.
the strait between this India and Sri Lanka, by previously they said certain day, certain time this passageway is a strait like Singapore and Johor like that. There's a strait, there's something like a rock thing so at low tide at certain time of the day this thing can travel up like a bridge. This is what one of my teacher told me true or not. That's why they say they came from India to this passage. Not by air or not by psychic power, but through the strait of this India and Sri Lanka. That was the time of Buddha time. I mean the King Asoka time. They said they came by the strait.
We don't know because it's just like, I think during Buddha's time, the river Rohini during the dry spell is actually very shallow. So that was one of the speculation. That's how some of them cross the river. Yeah. So we can only speculate. But anyway,
Yes, I
uh,
caught in tradition, just
uh,
take it word.
more important is the essence of the teaching.
Liberate yourself. Okay, any more questions?
Thank you, Brother Lau.
Just to share my what I know.
So shall we call it a day?
So Mr. Sumeta can take over.
Okay, thank you.